When does a person know that their house is gonna burn down? When their dishwasher is gonna flood their kitchen, or the kid's gonna leave a bathroom sink on upstairs and there's water all over the downstairs. If you truly feel for the families that are suffering, and you know that if I go do this, I might be able to help out these families, you have a lot more drive to actually go do those hard things. If you're driven with a purpose, as our company is a very purpose-driven company, when things get hard, it's a lot easier to push through them. I went by a fire on Saturday night, Saturday night. He gave me his policy number, but he didn't have a claim number or anything, but he said he'd get that today. He's in the hotel until Tuesday, but he would love to have a house there. I told him I think we have a house close by. It was a furnace that caught on fire, and it burned quite a bit, so it'll be a lot of months before you can get back in there. Every Monday we have a team meeting. A lot of our team's local as we're starting to expand right now. We just hired someone in Utah. Wendy, our account manager's on Zoom because she lives in Arizona. So, but yes, we try to come together once a week for a team meeting, debrief, go over things. All right, I'm gonna go over some stuff with Wendy. Any other questions for me or anything? I think we're good.
And pricing was just kind of like all over the place.
So what's going on here is we hired a handyman to do work at our properties, and we've had him working for us for 8 months or so. But then the last 4 months we've been requesting invoices, no invoices, no invoices, no invoices. No work was being sent to him. He got annoyed after about 2 weeks and went back and billed us for the last 4 months, but he tripled his price.
Oh, and then also I need to get out of there that invoice 59 was a duplicate of invoice 40.
Okay.
So
Can you note that as well for me? We're just figuring out, okay, where was his prices beforehand, where do they need to be, and then trying to get that settled and just taken care of. It's not an ideal situation, it sucks, but things happen like this, and it's part of owning a business is you gotta deal with problems, you gotta deal with these things. Something my dad taught me from a young age is that I'm so grateful for. He said, if you don't got the truth, you have nothing. And it's that way in business. If someone doesn't trust you, someone doesn't believe you, you're dishonest to people, no one's gonna wanna work with you. My dad was self-employed. All my older brothers started their own businesses. Wasn't like growing huge companies, but we're self-employed. And so I knew nothing different. Normal environments, go get a good paying job. For us, it was go start a business. Like when I turned 18, I started my own business. And from then on, I've owned businesses since. I've never actually worked W-2 at all. That was something my dad wanted to see from all of his kids was, when you turn 18, I want you to either have the money to buy a vehicle and buy the equipment to go out and start a business, or already own that equipment and own the vehicle to go out and start a business. Because once you have the vehicle and the equipment, the work is out there. So it's up to you then to go get the work. So me growing up in that, seeing that, working with him, working with my older brothers, that was just the natural thing for me to do. And I did that for 2 years, and then I ended up selling that off. And then I went into more of the landscaping and the hardscape, and then the tree service. I was a tree climber for a number of years. We bought some acreage, 45 acres. I got married. We moved into a fifth wheel RV on this acreage where it had no well on the property, and we had to haul water to it. It's summertime, the ACs, we'd have to add an extra AC or two, and it would barely keep up. We were always fighting mice in there. When I married my wife, she had some border collies, so we got into competing with those. Traveling around competing with those, and we really found something we loved. We loved doing it together. And so we started growing that and competing and traveling everywhere. And we started buying dogs and training dogs and selling dogs. And we had 40 dogs or so at one point in time. And that was our plan, is to go that route and make a living from doing that. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I'm gonna merge you in.
Okay. We are trying to stop a house from going to auction. The auction is scheduled for 2 p.m. today. It is currently 11:44. And we have a purchase and sale contract with proof of funds to purchase the house for more than what is owed on it. And so now we are calling the bank. One way or another, we're gonna learn a lot. And they normally don't postpone auctions the day of the sale, but they might. So it's like, we're just gonna try it. This is our only, literally our only option. So we're gonna try to make it happen if we can. And then the sellers, they're the people that own the house, they'll actually be able to walk away with some money versus they're not gonna get anything, they're gonna lose everything. In a way, I kind of expect it to go, no, we can't postpone this auction, but I'm also hopeful on the other side. Also, it was later last
Thank you
week.
for your patience. So she's calling back in just a few minutes. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I hope you all have a great afternoon.
You too, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye.
The situation with this specific one is a husband and wife bought the house, they got divorced, the husband won the house in the divorce settlement. The husband then got this loan modification, he's in jail now. The ex-wife isn't there at the property at all. She doesn't know that she has any ownership. The daughter, there's an underage daughter living in the house with her friend and their dogs. And we're trying to get this stopped. We're trying to buy it, but in order to buy it the right way, we have to postpone that auction because it has to give us some time to go through the proper steps, title and escrow and things like that. And then we can buy that house, but also provide an out for that daughter who's underage, who really has no one there for her.
This is Susan. How can I help you?
Hey Susan, this is Rex. We are supposed to be purchasing a property. We have escrow open and stuff, but it's also going to auction today. And we wondered if there's any way that we're able to postpone the auction so that we can go through title and close it the way we was planning to.
All I can do at this point is put a quick note into the client, but I would possibly try to get through to PNC as well yourself. The sale's scheduled for about an hour and a half from now.
Mm-hmm. So the lady I talked to at the mortgage company there, they said to reach out to you guys. They need some help here. They need an out. They need to be able to go get a bigger apartment so the daughter and the friend can move into the apartment with the girlfriend and their pets can be there. Otherwise, they're gonna lose everything. It's gonna go to auction. Someone else is gonna come in there. They're gonna evict them. Whoever buys it, evict them, and they're gonna walk away with nothing. And for that underage child, 17, 16, however old she is, to now be out on her own, out on the streets. Like that is why we're trying to get this stopped so bad. Because if I can get it stopped, I can buy it and I can get them some money and I can provide them an out, unlike the bank will never provide them an out. Okay, so if they tell you guys, say, hey, we have someone's buying the property, you guys are able to postpone.
If they tell us to go ahead and postpone, then we can have the sale postponed, but
Okay.
it needs to come from them. Let me see who I have available. Just a moment.
They said we can postpone it, that's not an issue. We just need the mortgage company to let us know to postpone it.
Yeah, so I apologize about the situation, but unfortunately we would not be able to postpone the sale at this point.
So in the trustee paperwork, it says it can be postponed at any time up until the auction happens.
Yeah, so I apologize. I mean, once again, that's not something that we're going to do. We will not be able to postpone it the same day of the sale.
So it says at any time here, so that's my confusion.
Yeah, so unfortunately, once again, we would not be able to, postpone this. I do apologize. Once again, that's not something that we're going to do at this point is postpone. Once again, I mean, we're not able to postpone at this point, though. So that's once again why we won't be able to postpone. Once again, I mean, once again at this point, once again, I mean, unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to postpone it. And once again, I apologize on the same day. That's not something that's going to happen. Once again, we're not postponing the sale, though, on the same day. That's not going to be an option for you, though. So I guess I'm not sure what else I can say. I know you're wanting me to postpone it, but, as our policy, we would not be able to postpone it. I apologize.
Do you have a supervisor that I could talk to?
Do I have a supervisor? Yeah, I have a supervisor, but fortunately my supervisor wouldn't be able to assist you, very much.
Could I talk to the supervisor and see if there's anything they might be able to help out with?
Well, once again, I'm letting you know there's not, but I can, see if she is available if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Okay, well, let me place you on a brief hold and I'll see if she's available, okay?
This call is no longer being recorded.
Well, we'll see what she says. They'll probably call back in a bit, but I'm gonna take off, I guess. Probably gonna go to Chatterton. Looks like the house cleaner is here, so. We are at our newest property that we just purchased. We are getting this thing ready to furnish. So a few repairs, some cleaning, furnishings are coming in tomorrow. That way we can get it set up and ready for our family to move in as soon as possible. I'm just looking kind of over things, that we had repairs done, just wanting to make sure that things weren't missed. So everything's coming along pretty well on this house here. It was surprisingly in pretty good shape when we bought it. A lot of properties that are going to auction are not in this good a shape when you go to buy them, but this one's actually was in really good shape. We had to touch up some things, fix the walls, touch up walls and trim and stuff, but other than that, it was just in really good shape. You can tell this is a 90s home. The old TV inserts. They have the big old refrigerator TVs. As you can see, this one, it's huge. There's a massive hole. In 2022, the end of 2022, I was wanting to buy real estate, but I had no credit, no money. I've never had a bank loan. So I was like, this is hopeless. Everybody told me, you gotta do this, you gotta get credit, go buy a house. And I'm like, this is hopeless. I don't got $200,000 cash to just go drop it on a house and buy a house. Someone sent me a video from Pace Morby saying how to buy a house without using a bank loan, without going the traditional option. I sat down and watched a 16-hour video of his and I said, this is it. I looked over at Katrina, I said, this is the way we're going to buy real estate. This is the way we're gonna do it. By June of 2023, we had made a decision to sell literally everything we owned. We had 150 head of sheep, we had horses, we had 40 dogs, we had my tree service business, our acreage, we sold everything. Liquidated everything. We gave ourselves a timeline. By the end of August, we would sell everything we had and move into an apartment, go buy a house in town, something, and build this real estate business that we wanted to build. And so that's where we went. Most people thought we were silly for doing that, thought we were stupid. Very few people actually believed in us. My dad, that has taught me so much, he said, you'll lose everything in a year. That was his prediction. And I get why he said that, but I'm like, I'm not going to let that keep me from trying. If I don't try, how will I ever know if I could have done that? Okay, just because it's like, it looks brand new and I have to buy the carpet anyhow, but I'll just set it off the side and use it. It'll replace it at a later date or replace the flooring in another room or something. Okay. Perfect, appreciate it. Thanks, bye.
Sean had had asked me to give you guys a call. I guess at the end of the day, there's nothing different that I could do that he couldn't do. Like, what he relayed is exactly the information.
There isn't a way to delay it, you're saying?
No, we're not postponing it at this point. Yeah, Sean did tell you could wire it, right? He just said that there's no guarantee of anything, right?
At the end of the phone call, if that wire gets sent, you guys don't receive it, the auction happens, where do the funds go?
We would send the check back to the information on the file.
So would it go to the property itself?
It's the mailing address, which looks like the same as the property address.
Okay. Okay, perfect. That's what I was needing to know.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, I feel really bad for Ashley and them, and for the daughter and stuff. I feel really bad that we wasn't able to make it happen. It just, if Adam wouldn't have been in jail, I'd have made it happen. We could have made it happen, and I would have made it happen. But like the reason I was asking for the wire instructions, I was learning from trying to gather as much information there as possible. But if Adam wouldn't have been in jail and could have signed stuff over, I would have went and just wired the money for the stuff this morning, and I could have postponed it and did away with the auction if they'd have got the rears caught up today. Well, I appreciate the work you did here, and I think it was great learning for both of us. I learned stuff as well, but yeah, I just feel really bad for Ashley and then Adam's daughter that's there and stuff. So
yeah, okay. Now I guess next thing I need to do on this though
So I spoke to the supervisor's manager at the mortgage company, and it's kind of where we're at right now is they are not postponing the auction. The only possible solution we would have is if we wired the money for the arrears like 10 minutes ago. But if that still doesn't work, then they're going to mail a check for that amount back to the property address, which is not my address. So essentially, I would most likely lose my money. Overall, I think the day was a great success. Of course, it wasn't as productive, or things didn't go in the way in a sense that I hoped they would, but it's a great success. The day was a great success. We have a bunch of awesome stuff planned for this week. This week will be super successful, so I'm really excited for the week.